Hey everybody, this is Nick over here at Lingo Networks. Today we're going to show you how to set up your Lingo Networks email address using the Windows Live Mail software. If you are using a different software, for example, you're using Microsoft Outlook or maybe even Mozilla Thunderbird, we do have other videos for those and they will be linked down in the description below. But if you are using Windows Live Mail, then you have found the right video. So this video is going to be we're going to cover two types of things. First is if you are a new Lingo Networks customer, first of all, welcome. This is going to show you how to set up your email account for the first time using the Windows Live Mail software. Also, in the second half of this video, we're going to show you how to update your security settings if you already have Lingo Network service and you're looking to upgrade to the new security protocols. The second half of this video will be for you. But you can also pay attention if you are an existing customer. You can pay attention and follow along. Hey, you may learn something new in the process. So if you are a new customer, like I said, welcome. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So when you first open up Windows Live Mail, you should get this screen right here. And if you don't have an email account set up, it should look pretty blank here. So to get started, we're going to click on Accounts. And then over here to the left where it says New Account, we're going to click on Email. And we'll get this lovely little box pops up here. So right here where it says email address, go ahead and type in your Lingo Network's email address. Mine today is going to be lingoTest@lingonetworks.net. Password, go ahead and type in your password. I think I may have mispressed something there. Make sure I get this right. Okay, perfect. So now, remember this password. I like to leave this box checked primarily because if you don't have it checked every time you open up Windows Live Mail, it's going to ask you for your password before it downloads any new email messages. And that's okay if that's something you want to do for security reasons, that's perfectly fine. But just for the record, as long as you have an up-to-date and top-of-the-line antivirus, you really don't have to worry about that. You can leave that box checked and save yourself a good amount of time. And hassle having to enter your password in every time. I personally have a good email service. I use the same one. In case you didn't know, Lingo Networks does offer two types of antivirus service. Excuse me. And you can, if you were just worried, I mean, if you already have antivirus service and you just want to call in and talk and make sure that it's up to date, maybe make sure that it's not, bottom wrong, go ahead and give us a call, 877-745-4646. Any of the agents there would be happy to assist you in that and talking about just making sure that your antivirus is good. And if you are just curious, you want to update to the premium package we have, because one of the premium services that we have, which is the same one that I use, actually has a built-in personal email scanner, so it actually scan your emails for you to make sure there's no viruses or any threatening stuff in there, which I think is a pretty cool feature. It's definitely worth it. So go ahead and give us a call. But once you do that and then everything's fine, go ahead and move on to the next step. It's going to show you your display name. So obviously it's exactly what it says. When you send somebody an email address, it's going to show them who it's from. Typically you put your first and last name in there, or if you're a business, you can go ahead and put your business in there. Today mine's just going to be Test. So if anybody gets an email from me, it says from Test, well, that's going to be me. So they're going to go ahead and click on that, and once that's done, we want to check this box that says manually configure server settings. And then once that's done, we're going to go ahead and click Next. Then it's going to ask us to configure our service. So we have an incoming and an outgoing mail server. So for the server type, we're going to click on the down arrow and we're going to select IMAP. Now Lingo Networks does still support POP service, although if you are setting up your email account for the first time, we do recommend that you use IMAP. So once we get to that part, we're going to go ahead and go to the server address and we're going to start, and it's going to be mail.lingonetworks.net. Now make sure that you pay attention for the incoming and outgoing information, because if at any point you enter anything incorrectly and it doesn't match my screen, you will get errors and your email won't work. And to save you some hassle of calling in if you're having trouble, just make sure you're following the steps along and make sure everything matches my screen. And if it does and you're still having problems, then by all means go ahead and call. We have agents there from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. to help you out 7 days a week. So once that's done, we're going to go ahead. Everything else here is fine. Now the login username, this is very important. See, my email address was lingotest@lingonetworks.net. Now, if you see here in the login username, it just has Lingo Test. For some other email accounts, for example, even Google, this username is just fine. However, for Lingo Networks, for an added security, we actually make you enter your full email address. So Lingo Test is incorrect. The quickest way to change that is put the at Lingo Networks, if I could spell today, .net. So like I said, most of the time it'll automatically populate the first part of your email address. All you really have to do is just enter the last part there, the at lingonetworks.net, and then you'll be good to go. So as long as your screen matches mine over here, then you are perfectly fine. So we'll go ahead and move on to the the outgoing server information. That server is going to be smtp.lingonetworks.net. Now the port number for this, we're going to have to change this. 25 is incorrect. We're going to go ahead and delete that, and we're going to make that 587. All right. Then the next step is we're going to click on that it requires authentication. And then once we have that checked, we should be good to go. So like I said, as long as your email settings here match mine, we'll be perfectly fine. We'll go ahead and click next, and then congratulations, your email account was added. So we can go ahead and click finish. And there you go. It's go ahead and it's going to download all our emails for us. Obviously, this is a test email account, so there are no emails. But everything's fine. It said it was downloading some stuff, so I know everything's good to go. So you can see it's working online. No new email messages, so we know everything is fine. So if this is your first time setting up an email address with us, congratulations, the video is done for you. However, if you are looking to change your settings, this is where we need you to pay attention to make sure that you get up to date with the new security protocols. So if you already have an email address with us, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we have this clicked here. We want to make sure that our email address here is highlighted. Then once we get to that point, if you are on the Home tab, make sure you get over to the Accounts tab over here. Make sure you see something that resembles this. And then we're going to click on Properties. All right. Then once we get there, we're going to get this little beautiful box here. And then let's go ahead and click on here on Servers. Make sure that everything here is the same. It should be if you already have our service. The one thing that may be different is that your outgoing may not be checked. Down here, outgoing mail server may not be checked, and if it is, perfect, make sure it stays that way. So make sure that box is checked down here, the outgoing mail server. Click on the settings here, and as long as this bullet point is checked, use same settings as my incoming server. That's all you really got to do. So go ahead and click OK, and then we can move on to security. Everything here, as long as it says 3DES, excuse me, perfectly fine. We can go to advanced. Outgoing mail server port is going to be 587. So if that number is 25 or it's 0, it's 4 million, we want to make sure that it's 587. So even if it's 25 here, we want to go ahead and highlight it, delete it, and then select 587. All right, IMAP, don't have to worry about that. So as long as your server settings are correct right here on the screen, security settings are correct, and the advanced tab is correct, go ahead and click apply, then press OK, and congratulations, you have upgraded your security settings for your email address. If you have any questions or any problems, or you're still having issues, maybe still a little confused, go ahead and call us at the call center. Again, we are open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week. The number that's call center is 877-745-4646. Any one of the agents there would be happy to take care of you. Thank you for watching the video, and hope you have a great day.